Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am live. I tell you, it takes 2 minutes to go from here to Los Angeles and back to stream this, so I think I've got a pretty good timing. Yes, so let's get started regardless of whether or not it's working because I am happy. Because I am decided that this is the end, my friend. And I've changed it to 47 weeks free training. And next week we'll probably, if I can get the business model together, we can do a summary of what we've gone over the last 47 weeks. But today we're going to be talking about systems. So the most important thing is systems to get into your business so that you can have a nice lifestyle and not have to be working 24 hours a day. So let's get started. I'm Jane Gardner and welcome to Build Your Business in 47 weeks free training. And we're going to implement, get into action, and grow. Once I've finished recording all these free trainings, I'm going to be putting together into a paid course where you can implement and use it to grow your business once you get started. So let's get started on talking about building your business. Yeah. We're going to implement, get into action, and grow. Because if you implement these 15 principles, you will definitely be growing. So while you develop your core principles and improve your entrepreneurial mindset and develop your brand, you can position yourself as an educator by doing a weekly workshop and making product offers which actually make you money. And then you monetize and you do a strategic marketing to create a content factory because you're creating a weekly workshop which you can use as content. And you connect and build a massive network with others so that they will also be interested in promoting your weekly workshop because they will have a benefit from collaborating with you. And then you always are a media mogul. You don't try to be everything at once. So obviously I'm a video mogul, and you could be a book mogul, and someone else could be a podcast mogul. So we get into production mode and build a learning center of all the products that you've been offering that people can go and buy, and they can be having it as a learning center wherein those people can create an online community and they can be your affiliates and love you because you're giving them the products they need to build their business as well. And so today we're talking about, for the last time, putting systems in place. So previously we talked about the systems that you can put into your business online. There's 5 systems. Let me see if I can remember them all. There's obviously the monetization system, the email system, the website. I consider that part of the system. If you don't have a website, you're pretty much lost. And then there's the marketing system, the marketing framework, and storage. See, no one talks about storage system, but that's really important to have a place to secure your assets. So anyway, we talked about that before, and today we're going to be talking about some other systems. So the one secret to getting more done and having less stress in your life and being more profitable, of course, is to have systems. The secret is, of course, systems. So you have to have systems. There are 4 essential areas of your business. You feel frustrated when your efforts don't lessen your stress, bring flexibility, produce big results, or eliminate your problems. So you're having your day-to-day scheduling, planning, and operations. You have your tech systems, and you have your sales and marketing and promotional systems, and your financial system. Yeah, we never thought about that, did we? Unless you cover all 4 areas thoroughly and have a system for each of those 4 areas that is habitual and repetitive, you're most likely finding you go into stress, chaos, or overwhelm, and essential areas will get neglected or overlooked. So system number 1 that you have to have in your business is your day-to-day scheduling, planning, and operations. just think about your daily planning routine. Do you build planning into your daily activities? Do you use to-do lists? Do you prioritize or do the same task at the same time every day? Do you use apps, online tools, or software to help you in your planning? Do you do this for every facet of your daily planning? Are you reactive instead? Reactivity is really just a name for putting other people's needs, wants, and agendas ahead of your own. Has reactivity become a habit? Do you do it every time in every situation? Does it seep into other areas of your life? Are you busy doing something else for somebody or not prioritizing your work? Have you just said yes too many times to others? You have to consider, are you being reactive and are you not moving forward in your business when you're helping promote other people's businesses, for example? So let's do an exercise. Just remember to do this and schedule time for yourself to think about your routine. Now, write down what you do each day, and yes, write down how many minutes or hours you're in email or Facebook. Be ruthless. Write down what actually happens during your client appointment hours. Do you habitually run overtime on appointments? Why do you run overtime? Is it you or is it your client? Do clients habitually call you late? Do you allow them to call you late? To show up late? Are you excited about progress within a call and extend the conversation? Not realizing, of course, that will change your schedule as well. Do you habitually have tech problems and not able to use it properly? Do you spend your time watching YouTube videos or playing mahjong? You have no one for your 3 p.m. time slot instead of considering that time for work. Most of all, do you make time at least once a month to check in with a mentor or coach for yourself? This is actually a very important point which probably no one has thought of, and I certainly haven't before, is you may be a coach, you may be helping others, but who's helping you? Do you have anyone who can coach you and make sure you're going in your right direction that you want to go? Or do you have a mentor who can help you, who can discuss things over with you? Not just someone to celebrate or to say this is what you should be doing, but someone to help you, keep you in action and moving forward. If you're missing any of those, if you're habitually doing some of these things, then it might be time to consider planning a different routine. So you've got to find solutions. So you highlight the opportunities to better utilize your time. Make a plan of action, a specific strategy for each one. Don't settle on the first solution. Brainstorm all possibilities. Have a look at different types of software, different tools, maybe different coaches, whatever it needs to be to figure out what would be best for you. Take time to identify everyday systems you've missed or omitted. For example, I'll be honest with you, I would like a VA, but I haven't got a VA, and I haven't decided to commit to a VA because of, money, for example. And we're going to talk about VAs later, which are virtual assistants. Do you have a standard operation procedures? This is one of the things you should be doing in your business. I don't think I've mentioned this anywhere else, so I'll just briefly say you should have a standard operation procedures manual, which is basically just writing down your process as you do something. When you create a video, just write down the steps. When you talk to a client, write down what the steps are before you talk to the client so that you follow through and don't miss anything, etc. You need standard operation procedures manual. And there's a whole other discussion on that. So do you have client support? No, I don't. How about you? Do you have a, um, well, we'll talk about that later. Do you have a ticket system like Zendesk to take any of your questions for your business? Do you have a VA or answering machine? Well, I don't need an answering machine, but because all of it's online, but I certainly need to keep track of any emails that come in. I have a few requests I ignore, and I could use a VA to help me build certain things, as you can imagine from doing this course. So a virtual assistant is one of these things you have to seriously consider about if you want to grow in your business. Because I'll talk about that later, but basically to do this business model, I think you'll need to outsource some of your work. I think that's a simple enough statement to make. Are you happy with your current customer service or scheduling system? If not, consider changing it. If you have customer service or scheduling problems, what is the cause? Is it technology? Then some potential fixes would be calling in a tech expert to troubleshoot glitchy systems, or maybe call in a tech expert and pay them to create videos showing you how to do certain things which you seem to forget. Changing the technology you use. That is one thing that certainly you could consider if you're having problems with one of them. Deciding on a policy and procedure you will follow if the problem occurs at the client end. So this is all about really about creating, making sure you know how to use your software, your technology, your customer service software, and making sure you have a standard operating procedure, step-by-steps on how to deal with customers, on how to deal with tech, etc. Hiring a VA who specializes in webinars or teleseminars to set up and test your system for you and to handle the recordings if you are not familiar with that kind of things and it doesn't come easily to you. If you're going to be doing this business model, you can be busy in terms of planning and doing a weekly workshop. You don't want to have to worry about technology. You conduct your sessions in a different location if you're having problems with the internet in this current situation. And you can get clients to schedule themselves using an online system instead of trying to do it back and forth over the phone or by email. Just use a calendar. So you could use ClickBook, you could use Calendly, you could use TimeTrade and get your clients to book a time that is convenient for them and for you, and then you can also cancel people and reschedule with these systems. You can imagine the number of emails that would have to go back and forth to pick a time that's convenient for both of you. So why not use a scheduler? So system 2, your tech systems. We talked a little bit about the problems and routinely include directions with each appointment confirmation on how to check your time zone. You would be surprised at how many people get confused by Pacific time and Eastern time and Central time. Just link to a converter like World Time Buddy that will show them what time it is actually in their time zone if they want to book. Make sure you have that in your scheduler. If you're struggling with a particular webinar provider or app, scrap it and find a provider or system that works more easily with your preferred learning style and way of thinking. Or hire a tech specialist to help you set up, test, and maintain tech systems. So that's all you have to do is use it. Other technological age are plugins, mobile apps, autoresponders, software. Don't be afraid of technology. Make it your friend. You just have to go and try something new. So you could try a mobile app from on your phone and see if it works for you. I find mobile apps don't work for me because I'm never really on the phone. Even though you can very easily get into a webinar from your phone, I just can't hold my phone for that kind of length of time. But I'm an old person. System 3, your sales, marketing, and promotion system. Develop an overall plan, one with both long-term and short-term goals. Write down everything you currently do to generate leads and build your coaching reputation. And then write down any product you've created. Now write down ideas for products you'd like to create. Obviously, if you're going to be doing a weekly workshop, you have to plan ahead of time what the theme will be, the topic will be, and make a calendar showing what the weekly workshop can be so that you can get all the equipment and the product available for your weekly workshop. Ask yourself for each product or package idea, how will this help my ideal client? How will it help brand and build my business? Am I focusing on the one area I want to be known for? How easy will it be for me to create this product or package? Is there a skilled contractor or online resource or virtual assistant to help me create it more quickly, professionally, and easily? Certainly, you want to look at hiring someone on an ongoing basis to do your graphics, maybe even your writing or setting up of the package, and you just create the package itself. What will creating this product cost, and how will you cover it? How much can I expect in return if I make an offer on this product? And what is the primary purpose of this product in your business? So as I mentioned before, in the business model, you are going to be having a weekly workshop with a topic and hopefully have a relevant product created offer that will be relevant to your weekly workshop that you can mention at the end of each weekly workshop and see if people are interested and want to buy. And of course, these same products can go into your learning center, and they can also be available anytime there to buy. So what is the primary purpose of the product you're creating? Is it going to be to be a solution for someone's problem in your field of audience, or is it going to be something that you can use as a bonus? I think we've discussed all this before in product creation, so we'll just continue on. But yeah, set a time aside to analyze what you're currently doing and need to do in the future. And 3, you've got to write down how you currently handle your sales process or how you want to handle this. Will you create an affiliate program? Yes, of course you will in this business model. If so, how will you handle it? So I think I've already mentioned in this business model, even though you may not have any affiliates or collaborators or a network, create your affiliate program in the very beginning, set it up so it's ready for when you do and make offers, as well as when you are bundling and giving, well, we discussed that before, bonuses. When you do some affiliate marketing, because the only reason you're doing the affiliate marketing is to connect with others, and the affiliate commission is not what you're doing affiliate marketing for. It is to connect with others and get known for being someone who they can also promote. But we've discussed that all in our business model. And will you advertise? If so, where? What is the budget? Are you going for lead generation, visibility building, or strictly profit? Will you need to advertise if you do a weekly workshop? That will be a question that you can evaluate during the time that you're doing your weekly workshop or before. You've got to analyze whether it's worth it. How will you quickly generate sales pages and squeeze pages? How will you track your results? Well, as I mentioned before, you can have a system where you outsource some of your content creation, including a sales page. Obviously, you have to be the one to be directing the sales pages because it's all about your business, but the physical creation can be also outsourced to a system, and to a VA, and to a business. Creating a long-term plan and short-term goal will help you. I think with this business model, you can realize that you need to decide what steps should be taken immediately, and we've discussed that in the training. Decide what steps can be tabled to further down the road, and figure out what you need to do in order to set up or adopt new strategies, and give you time to make necessary preparations. So obviously with this business model, maybe we'll just take this slide and do a whole training on creating the plan and the goals for your business model in order for it to grow. Because obviously the business model itself will grow your business, and we'll talk about that another time. So I'm just making a note that'll be one of the extra trainings that I will do. And let's continue. System 4, the financial system. Yes, I know, we're going to be talking about money and bookkeeping. Set aside time to create a plan and system for handling your financial growth. So this should include collecting client payments, filing receipts for income tax, monthly bookkeeping, budgeting, assessing your financial worth, estimating and forecasting losses and income growth, payments, cash flow, and of course, bookkeeping. Do you need? Yes, you do. I can tell you that from experience. Do you need a bookkeeper, accountant, or a virtual assistant, or an assistant, or an online software to help you to handle your cash and your business budget? And I would agree. For this business model, yes, you do, because you are the driver on this business model to grow, and it's being used by others to grow your business. You will also need to know what your net worth is at each time and what happens if you become ill. You need to have a system so the business will run without you. So you need to have lots of content creation, assets. If you have a learning center, you can certainly have an email going out that's set up by a VA or by yourself before maybe you go into hospital, and then it runs while you're having, recovery, and without you actually having to be live. I mean, there's a lot of emails from people in my business who mention that they have set up and are running their business. There is one person right now who I've gotten emails from every day who's actually over in India teaching, and she set up all her emails before she went or got her VA to. So you have to set aside time to create a plan and system for handling your financial growth, figuring out what your net worth is you want to be at all times, and having an invoicing system to make sure that you are always invoicing for what is due you. So, you always have to consider this. I know it's not something you want to sometimes when you're doing a internet business, but at all times you need to have cash flow. So consider that as another system to set up and get separate from anything else that you do in your business, and consider getting a bookkeeper. Some solutions if finances aren't a fun topic for you. If you're creative and you don't really want to be the person doing the finances, although you don't mind making sure that the money is coming in, you could invest in templates. You could invest in software. You could use pre-written business forms, which you should have anyway before you even consider getting a client. Hopefully you've got one, got contracts that you need to get. You could use kits. There's lots of kits out there which have all the various templates you need for a business, like invoicing, etc., so that all you have to do is set them up and use them within QuickBooks for software that's online, or not use QuickBooks. Hire yourself a bookkeeper. Seriously. If you're going to be growing your business, you may need to have someone who can tell you each month how you're doing, how your cash flow is doing by doing the books. Or you could hire a virtual assistant who specializes in finance systems, and all they do is make sure that your invoices and your reports are going well. So this is an important system to consider, especially if you're growing your business and your business model, because you are going to be doing weekly workshops. You are going to make sure that products are offering, but you don't have to do everything in your business. So maybe we'll also, I think we already said we're going to look at a plan and the goals for business. We can look at everything that you could outsource and everything that you shouldn't outsource in another time, in another training. So we've done quite a bit. We've looked at your core values, and you're making sure you have an entrepreneurial mindset and that you can develop your brand, because you're going to be positioning yourself as an educator by doing a weekly workshop, whether live or behind presentations, and at the same time making product offers monthly, weekly, whichever is easiest for you, and having a strategic marketing framework set up already for those product offers. Creating a content factory using your weekly workshop, collaborating and making yourself a network of people who you know who can be affiliates or you can connect with, and be always concentrating on being on one media as a mogul and become known for that media, and get into production mode and build a learning center and create an online community from those people in your learning center who become your fans, and they become affiliates for you. They become referrals for you, and they recommend your business, etc. Same with your massive network. They can be interested in promoting your products because they're always available. There's always something new. But to do all this, of course, you have to have systems in place. So we're going to be doing a planning and short-term goals set up. How you do that for this business model. As well, I'm going to be doing a review of all the valid points for the business model, maybe visually, hopefully, if I can get that done for next week. And yeah, that's it. This is it. This is a business model that could build your business and make you grow. So if you're doing this business model now, give me a shout. Tell me, and I'll come and interview you, and you can be on my Business Success TV. So thank you for listening. This is Jane Gardner, and let's get on with our planning.